I will build a wall that no one will climb. I'm a great architecture. I'm the best guy in the world. All right. Welcome back to the Peter Sonic channel. Yeah, there's about to be some really drastic improvements to my channel, and I'm so glad. Anyway, this makes me laugh so much as well. Hey guys, who's ever heard of the DEP? Yeah, the DEP. That thing that's killing our businesses and all that. You know, the DEP, ever heard of it? Oh, you haven't? Yeah, it's because it doesn't exist. So, today, Trump was like, Trump was like, we're gonna bring back schooling and all that stuff. Well, it might not have been today, but you know what I mean. It's like, it was relevant, like, pretty early. So it might not have been today. But he's like, we're gonna bring back, we want to bring back public schooling. We want to bring back, like, education to Wisconsin and all the other states, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, but first we need to make sure we know those, environmentalists. Like, we need to, the environmentalists, the DEP, they are killing us. They're killing our businesses. They're protecting the environment. So, but the DEP is not a thing. He made it up. It's not this is a guy who can win presidency, and he's just making up fake organizations. It's not a thing. The DEP is not a thing. Number one, he never even said, even if you think that's a thing, tell me what you think it stands for. Yeah, it's not a thing. And people are like cheering and saying, go Trump. But that's not a thing. He made that up. That's not a government agency. This is a guy who can win presidency, and he's just making things up. And people are like, yeah. Well, to be fair to those Trump supporters, when he did mention the DEP, they did kind of start going quiet, and you could tell that they might have been confused and wondering, what? But some of them were cheering. But it doesn't make any sense. Why would you cheer? You don't even know, number one, the DEP doesn't even exist. Number two, you know he's making it up, so why would you be cheering? It's kind of funny, because, that's why the Republican Party hates Trump. Do not think because the Republican Party is not racist, and they don't want to kill don't think like that. They hate him because he's uncontrollable. They don't know what he's going to do. See, the Republican Party wants to use the racism of people. And then once they get that racism, they'll get elected, and then they'll listen to their, donors that gave them all that money. They don't like Trump because they don't know if he'll listen to the donors or if he'll be his own man. I mean, at the same time, not only is he uncontrollable, the guy's a fucking loose cannon. That's the number one reason they don't like him. He's uncontrollable because he's not going to listen to their money. And he's a loose cannon. He'll just he's like so quick to use force. He's like a child too, he's a loose cannon. He's a child. He likes to do these. He put an ad of him like Hillary Clinton barking and stuff like a dog. Like, what? What? How's that an ad to defeat your enemy? Put her barking like a dog. What? What? Who does that? That's actually like what kind of ad that's targeted to is like 85-year-old white dudes that were back when that are racist and sexist and stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, weak little old woman barking like a dog. You can't lead us. Ha 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 ha. I said in my earlier videos that Trump would beat Clinton, but I'm not so sure. I'm really not so sure if Trump could beat Clinton now. Even if Clinton was to get the nominee, I don't think he could beat her. If these are his best strategies, the DEP, again, that's not real. He made that up. There's no such thing as the DEP. Now, I'm assuming he means, I think it's like PA or something, like, God damn it. It was like something environmental protection agency. Damn, I don't remember the exact thing, but I'm assuming he meant that, like it was like governmental environment protection agency or something. But I'm assuming that's what he meant. But see, I'm allowed to not exactly remember for one reason. I'm not running for president, so I don't have to remember all these little details, but you have a guy just making up fake organizations, the DEP. That's not real. That's not a thing. And again, this guy's winning the Republican nominee. The DEP. And I was gonna let that go. I really wasn't gonna actually make a video about him. For once, I was not about to make a video on how stupid what kind of stupid remark he said today. But this is beyond stupid, realistically. It's literally just dumb. Like, the DEP, Trump, the DEP is not a thing. It actually doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. You made that up. There's no such thing as the DEP. Well, maybe there is. No, there actually, I don't know. Maybe there is in some like faraway, secluded area in the world, but not here. Sorry. Ugh. The DEP. But I was actually gonna let that go. I wasn't even gonna care. I was gonna be like, someone else will probably cover it. In reality, the media never shows those things about Trump, and that's what I hate. And that's where he gets all this support. Where, because today they only, instead of showing this, what they show of him? They just show of him making fun of women. But that's fine. We already know he does that. He does that all the time. It's funny, because the media says we don't like Trump. Certain media does. And I like those medias, because those are the medias that actually show these kind of things. And that's what opens up Trump supporters' eyes to, okay, this guy clearly is just making things up. He truly is, not president. he truly is not capable of being a president if he's just making up fake government agencies like a cartoon character. But when you just show him making fun of women, I don't think many Trump supporters are going to care, because they know, well, maybe they don't know he does that. But if you show a video from 2 years ago, no one's going to care. They'll make the excuse, oh, people change. Even though Trump is clearly not changed. Let's be honest. He still says mean things to women, so it doesn't really matter. But you had the perfect time to just simply say, this guy is not presidential candidate worthy. He's making up fake government agencies. There's no such thing as the DEP. And stuff, and he goes on and on about the DEP. There's no such thing as it. That's where you have the chance to be like, yeah, Trump is not presidential worthy. Let's start thinking about that now. But no, they try to say a video from 2 years ago. I'm telling you, the media likes Trump because they know he earns them money because of his stupid, horrendous comments. They don't like to show it though, because they know that people will actually not like him. And the more they don't like him, the more he's not going to win. The more he's not winning, the less he's in the news. And yeah, so they only show certain things. But again, you even have Trump supporters that just flat out don't care that he makes comments like that from 2 years ago. But I guarantee you, if you were to show Trump supporters that he's just making up things like the DEP, they'll open their eyes and they'll be like, holy crud. What the fuck is this guy talking about? The DEP? Ain't no such thing. And the only reason I truly didn't let it go right now is because freaking the media tries to go after Bernie Sanders because he didn't give them it was what statute would you use to, remove all this fraud in the banks and stuff? That's not a just question you can answer on the spot. And because he didn't just answer it on the spot, the media's like, oh yeah, you see, there you go, he didn't do this, and he didn't answer us right away. He didn't give us the clear-cut definition to a question that you truly have to think about because it can go a million ways. It's not like Trump's abortion thing where he just kind of beat it around the bush when it was just a yes or no question. Do you believe? Do you not? Are you just winging this, man? Are you trying to think? Because you should not be trying to think. You already should know. And see, no, it was literally a question that can go millions of other ways around. Oh, funny. And then they try to say, "Yeah, gotcha. See, Bernie Sanders is lying." And how'd you get him? What'd you get on him? Nothing. Anyway, that's been this political video for today. But it is so funny how people think. And some people actually think that was real, like the DEP is real. Please, please, please. I encourage you to be smart. That's all I encourage you to be. Is just smart. I don't care if you vote for Donald Trump. That's fine. But just be smart. Know that he is just making things up. The DEP does not exist. Frankly, half the things he says are just made up. They don't exist. Like he's going to get rid of the national debt in 8 years. Well, you can't do that. It's national debt. You don't just get rid of national debt. You can get rid of the national debt like the yearly national debt, but you just can't get rid of national debt as a whole. Again, all these things are he just makes them up. He acts like Trump as a president, he might have good ideas, but he has no experience. And it's funny because a Trump campaign manager, an ex-Trump campaign manager, he said, guys, you really have to understand now. He actually wasn't expecting to do this well. He was he's expecting to lose. And then once he loses, he can add on his resume that he ran for president and all these other things. So he doesn't actually know anything about politics. And that's why when you see interviews with Trump, he never actually talks about his policies. And his supporters are stupid enough to actually go like, well, he's not going to say it because he doesn't want them to take his ideas. But why are you liking him then? Because he's rich? Yeah, he's rich. Good businessman. Let me tell you this. The guy's gone bankruptcy 4 times. And what does he do when he goes bankrupt? Instead of trying to save the company, he just simply lets it crash, let those people lose their jobs, collects all the bankruptcy money, and just starts over. So he's truly fighting for the people, huh? Just remember what I just said before you even say something in the comments below. If you're a Trump supporter, remember what I just said. Again, Trump supporters want that authoritarian, and they don't even know what that word means. Like a lot of Trump supporters do not know what the word authoritarian even means. I love how the news just said that casually, like, they like him because he's an authoritarian. Yeah. Of course. I mean, he's right. They truly don't know what that word means. I guarantee you half of the people that are Trump supporters don't know what the word authoritarian actually means. Authoritarian are like strongmen. They're fascist leaders known for committing tyrannies. Like Hitler and stuff. That's what an authoritarian actually is. They're like dictators. So, and when people are saying, because then after that, people are like, yeah, Trump's an authoritarian. Yeah. And they don't even know what that means. Because in the news team even directly stated, authoritarian, not authoritative, authoritarian. Yeah, and I love how I just say that casually, like, shouldn't that be a bigger deal? Like, of course. Again, it's just so funny. But you do got to realize that Trump is, it's already been stated, he doesn't know anything about politics, so he's not going to help you there. And him being rich doesn't really make much of a difference in terms of how he's going to try and fix the economy because he can't even manage his own companies. Just remember, be smart, because you saw that one Trump lady, she couldn't even name a policy that she likes about him because he always contradicts himself that it's hard to remember any policy he might have already set before that point. Just remember, be smart before you vote, because you don't want to throw yourself in with that lady threw herself into. She was like, yeah, he's just Donald Trump. That's why I vote for him. So, okay, I'll be like, he's Bernie Sanders, so I'll just vote for him. Or Hillary, just whatever.